Hello everyone. Very good morning and good evening to all. Thanks for joining. So I mainly scheduled this webinar for the people who are having more doubts on this IICS and they are facing a lot of issues on the installation. And I got many questions on the career perspective. Okay. So this is the agenda for today's webinar. So first 30 minutes, let me talk about these topics. So then I will take the questions from you and I will answer all the questions, whatever the questions you have, and you can come up with your questions as well. Okay. So I will answer all your questions. We can go ahead and then discuss whatever the questions you have. So as of now, I have muted everyone to avoid the background noise. So if you have any questions, you can raise hand. I will unmute so that you can ask your questions. So first 30 minutes, let me explain these concepts and then we'll go for the next one. Okay. So we'll have the question and answers. In the question and answer, we'll have all the questions. Okay. I will take your questions and then I'll answer. As of now, I have muted everyone to avoid the background noise. So after that, we'll have this question and answer. Okay. So then I will unmute everyone. Okay. So first of all, you might be working from Informatica PowerCenter or you might be working from, you are working in PLSQL or some other technology or you are not working. So for this Informatica IICS, if you're asking me what is Informatica IICS and so what is the scope for this Informatica IICS, if I'm going to learn this particular tool, so what about my career for next 5 years or next 10 years, right? So you can ask me more questions. So before starting, so myself, Chandra, you know already. So I'm the person I'm taking all the YouTube videos and I'm the person who's handling the training sessions for Informatica PowerCenter as well as IICS. So I do have 14 plus years of experience in IT and I have worked various projects so far and offshore and onshore. And I have handled a lot of projects on PLSQL, Informatica PowerCenter, IICS, and also on the cloud side. So I have been taking these training sessions last 9 years and you could see my videos from 2015. Okay, my trainer profile in various platform you can find. And from 2015, I'm handling this Informatica PowerCenter as well as in PLSQL, this IICS. So this IICS session, I'm handling last 1 year. So this is our 16th batch. I'm going to start this September 6th. And if you ask me, so what is IICS? Why the companies are moving towards on the IICS? Okay. So in between, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions through chat. So I have muted everyone for to avoid the background noise. After some time, I will unmute. You can ask your questions. And first, I will explain these topics. Then we will go for the other question and answers. Okay. So why IICS? Right. See, previously the companies they have on-premises server, right? On-premise server. So what is on-premises server? So if I have a company, then I will have my database server and data warehouse server and web server, all the servers on premises. So that is in our company, right? So in the if you take this is our the below, if you take this is our company, I will have all my servers in my company itself. Database server, data center, data warehouse, ETL tool, ETL server, and then web server, all the different servers, right? So all this will be there in the company itself, on premises itself. So after some time, recent some 5 years or some 10 years, the company is moving towards on the cloud side. Why they are moving towards on the cloud side? So why? Because so they need to do a lot of AI and ML process, right? Artificial intelligence and machine learning process. So for that, they need to have a lot of analysis on the data lake side. So data lake, right? So what is data lake? So data lake, it's a more than the volume of data warehouse and it will handle so all the type of data, like it will handle structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data as well. So whatever we have our YouTube, and Facebook, all this social media platform, all are like unstructured data, right? So we are getting the log files, cache files, cookies, and the audio file, video file, everything like a data, unstructured data. So previously, in the banking environment or any other environment, we'll have only structured data. Okay, so after that, we have the semi-structured data. So like structured and unstructured data, both we handled, semi-structured and completely unstructured data, right? So we have different data. So this data lake will handle all this data. So normally we used to take the real-time data from the source systems or from the front end, and then we will load it into, we are fetching the data by using some streaming, okay, streaming machines, and then we are streaming the data to this particular data lake. So data lake can handle structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. Normally what we will do, we will not do any transformation logic here. So just we will stream the data, and then the raw data, we will load it into our data lake. So you know already what is data warehouse, right? No need to tell the data warehouse. When we are loading all the raw data here, after loading the raw data, so if data science project, if they want to do some algorithms, okay, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, some learning algorithms they want to perform, they will perform all the data, all the raw data. Then again, they will send the recommendations, the user experience. For better user experience, they will send a lot of recommendation to the source system, right? Yes. So that's what the data lake comes into picture. So who will provide this data lake environment? So mostly the data lake environment providers like the cloud providers like AWS, and then we have the GCP, Google Cloud provider, the platform, and we have the Azure. Right? So we have different platform come into picture, and the Snowflake. Yes. So we have the Snowflake as well. So a lot of cloud system came into picture. So then this our ETL process also. See, their companies are moving towards on the data lake side and ETL also. So why they do have the on-premises server, right? So they are going for the cloud. So cloud means somebody else they will handle it. Say for an example, I'm there in my native, then I can have my own home, right? So we can have our own house. If I'm going to other country or other places, so then I cannot build everywhere the infrastructure. So what I will do, I will pay whatever the amount of resources I'm going to use it. So for that I will pay, right? I will go to some hotels and then I will pay the money and then I'll come back. So that's what we will do, right? The similar way. So if I want to use some resources, I can use the cloud system. They will handle all the infrastructure. Whatever the resources we want, we can handle it. So that's what they have started on the data lake side to store huge volume of data. So then the company started thinking, okay, so why we are handling two systems, two different systems, cloud as well as our on-premises, we can move our data warehouse also on the cloud, right? So then they have decided to move this, say for an example, if you take AWS, we are the Redshift, GCP, we are the BigQuery, right? Azure, we are the data analytics, and the Snowflake also, it's like one of the data warehouse environment. See, like all these cloud providers, they have the cloud data warehouse as well. So then companies decided, okay, we can go ahead with the cloud system. So in this case, so Informatica PowerCenter, we were having the Informatica PowerCenter previously, like we have some 10.5 versions, up to 10.5 versions, we had the Informatica PowerCenter, right? So then Informatica PowerCenter decide that, okay, there is a chance of moving all the companies on the cloud. So we also should move on the cloud side. So that's what they decided during 2017. Okay, 2017 they started the POCs. Okay, so proof of concept on Informatica side. They released first version of IICS. Okay, so first version of IICS on the cloud side. It was very minimal transformations and the minimal web-based tool. They Informatica IICS Informatica Corporation, they informed like, okay, no need to handle this Informatica Power Center on your premises. So we will take care all the upgradation and everything. So whatever the services you need, so for that services you pay for that. So remaining infrastructure, we will handle it. Okay, so that's what they told. So that's a so here, if I'm going for any ETL infrastructure, so only source system, right? We'll have the OLTP system, online transaction database, right? Transactional processing. So online transactional databases are the front end. So we may get the data from the front end tool, right? We have the front end tool. That means we have the some APIs. So we can get the data from APIs, right? So we can directly we can connect with APIs. The front end through API can connect to this front end and we can get real time data as well. So IICS they come into picture. They were saying that okay, we can connect with real-time data, that is our APIs, and all the RDBMS. All the RDBMS I can connect. Okay, so we can connect with all the RDBMS with nothing but Oracle, SQL Server, Teradata, all the systems. And again, we can go for the cloud system as well, right? File system. Yes, we can go for third-party vendors. If they're sending the files, we can go for file system as well. So that's what they have decided, and they decided to go with this IICS. IICS, okay, we will handle all the infrastructure. Whatever the amount is you want to use the resources, pay for that. Okay, upgradation, network security, everything we will take care. And this is what the storage, right? The cloud storage. We can go for not only for cloud storage, other services also. The company, if they want, they can start using the services like what is AWS? AWS, we have different services, 100 plus services are there in AWS, right? So we have S3, we have our Redshift, a lot of services are available, right? So we have the different services in a lot of services are available. Whatever the services we want, we can use that services for our company, then pay for that. So this AWS, all this, they are provide in even AWS also we have the ETL services, right? Called Glue we have. And GCP, yes, we have all the ETL we can perform. Azure also we have ADF, Azure Data Factory. So this way we can have it. But the companies who are already working on Informatica PowerCenter, they wants to migrate all this component from this particular, okay, on premises server. That is our 10.5, right? So we have Informatica already announced that we are not going to release any more versions after this 10.5. So we are going to support next 4 or 5 years. Before that, the companies can move from this on-premises server to this cloud server. So that's what they have announced. So in that case, every companies are in need of migrating the existing Informatica PowerCenter component to this IICS component. That's what we are getting a lot of openings on the IICS Informatica PowerCenter to IICS migration project. Mostly like most of our students are getting placed on this migration project only. So in that case, we should know the concept of Informatica PowerCenter as well as IICS, both. So that is the use case for this Informatica PowerCenter and IICS. So that is what they have started, right? So this is if you take on-premises, then we have the cloud. So Informatica is going to run in the cloud, right? Then what the companies will have. Say for an example, ABC is one of the bank. You take one of the bank is called ABC. So this bank towards they wants to move from Informatica PowerCenter to IICS. They already moved on the data storage side on the AWS or GCP or Azure or Snowflake or any other cloud system as well. So in that case, what the companies will do, company will go and migrate this PowerCenter to IICS. And not only this IICS, it will not have only ETL, right? So it has all other tools as well. Like for ETL, we have the data integration service, and we have the API, we have CI, right? Cloud application integration. We have the application integration service, and we have the cloud data quality also. So CDQ we have, and we have the MDM. So MDM as well as they are going to bring all other on-premises server, the tool to this web-based tool. That's what they're going to bring it. So in that case, they're going to bring all the Power Center, IDQ, MDM, Address Doctor, EDC, right? Big data management, all this, they're going to bring it as a service in this particular IACS. So that's what they changed their name from IICS to IDMC. So now this is called IDMC. It's like Intelligent Data Management Cloud. Okay. So IDMC, they have announced it. So we have a lot of boot camps are going on the IDMC tool as well, right? So that is what the scope. So if you take this Informatica IICS, right? The scope for IICS is very good actually. Even if you want to say, for an example, you have some doubt, okay, whether this will be used for next 5 years or 10 years, how can I go with, right? So anyhow, we are going to work on multiple cloud systems. And anyhow, we are going to work with AWS or GCP or Azure or anything, right? So that cloud system we are going to work on along with our ETL tool. On the storage side, we are going to work on. So that's what the scope. Even you are going to work on any cloud system, you can learn some cloud concept and you can move on the cloud side as well. So on the career perspective, yes, we have a lot of scope. Okay. So that's what, so no need to have any negative thought. So definitely this particular tool, we have a lot of openings. And nowadays we have migration openings are that coming up. Okay. So that's what the tool we have. And as of now, most of the students are coming back to me in the WhatsApp group as well as our direct messages. They're coming. Okay. So I'm trying to install this IICS. We are facing a lot of issues, right? See what happened, this Informatica PowerCenter, previously they had this particular tool, but now they have changed the tool, right? They changed the tool, and because of the changes, we are facing a lot of issues. So if you take the Informatica, so always go to this Informatica trials. So just to go to this Informatica trials here, and if you see this is the one page, you can go here. So previously, if I'm going to install Informatica PowerCenter, sorry, Informatica IACS, we normally will go to this cloud data integration. Then we will enable the Asia Pacific data center, right? So we have the different data center. For an example, if they are going to provide the services across the globe to cover the globe, so they are placing the data center in 3 different places. So if you see here, so they are placing the data center here, like US regions, and North America, we have the Canada regions, okay? And then we have EU regions and Asia Pacific regions. So different data center we have. So whoever is the company, say for an example, my company is here, and here the Informatica is there, and then I can connect with this data center, right? So this is what the data center. So previously we had 2 different agent. One is cloud hosted agent, another one is secured agent. Okay, so that's what we'll have. And now they have changed this particular architecture to give only with secured agent. Okay, so they are not going to send the cloud hosted agent to visible to us. So previously we have both. So nowadays we are seeing only one. So in that case, if you need only data integration services, you have to go here. So if you need both, like a process application integration, you want to connect it, you have to go here on the application integration and hyper automations. And also we are facing some issues, Java's issues on the Windows 11 machine. Even I'm using Windows 11 only, but I'm not seeing any issues. But if you face any issues, you can use the previous downloaded secured agent. Then you will not face any issues. Okay. So that's what I want to give update. But anyhow, so all this issues and everything, we are handling it in our live training sessions. And if so, I think most of them, some of them are asked me to join the live training. If you are joining the live training, so we will have the hands-on this particular installation session as well. Okay. So if not, then go to my web page. So here, this is what NIC IT Academy. Okay. You can go to this particular web page. And if you go here in IACS, I have given all the steps here. Okay. So how to install the secure agent, and for CDA alone, for CAI. So if you follow this particular step, so definitely you can install this IACS very easily. And still, if you have any questions, you can contact me. So I will guide you. But if you are joining on the live training sessions, then it will be like interactive sessions. I can guide you more. Okay. So that's what I want to update you. And also, if you ask me, so what is, I'm not getting calls. Why? Because this particular questions I'm getting more from the students. So what about the calls for the IACS developer? I'm not getting. Okay. See, always the calls will be there, even though the recession is happening on US and other regions. But in India, we are not seeing any recessions. So definitely the calls are there, but how much skill set we are updating. Okay, so how much skill set we are updating, how frequently we are updating the resumes, and how much the tags and everything we have used. So that is very important. Okay. So after preparing your resumes, I will tell you, okay, even some tips on the uh, to pick your resumes. See, go to some AI website. Okay, so remove your personal identifications, like remove your mobile number, remove your email ID, all this, and go to this particular website called Skill Syncer. This is one particular website. Okay. So like this, we have a lot of techniques to improve our calls to pick up. So why? Because nowadays companies are using, so one of the method called ATS method. Okay. So applicant tracking system. So that particular ATS tool itself, it is going to pick the resumes from the job portals and the LinkedIn, all the portals, and it is going to give to the talent acquisition team. So in that case, your resume should be picked up, right? So if I'm going to take, okay, so this is what I'm going to some some resumes I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to check in this particular, say for an example here, I can put the job descriptions and I can up, upload my resumes. Okay, so as I told, remove this your mobile number and your name and your email ID, and just to check it here. Okay, so check it here, it will check and then it will show you. So what is the score for your resume score on this particular job? So then you will get clear idea. Okay, so you might be getting 70, 80 or 100. If you're getting 100, that's okay. So keywords, it will tell you. So this is what the keyword you have to put, and it assumes how many times it is there, and you have to use these keywords, and it will give you some suggestions. Okay, so this is what the suggestions it will give you. So based on the suggestions, you can update your resumes, and you can go with the resume updations, and you have to update your profile so every time, so that it will be picked up. Okay, so you have to fill your skill set and everything. So this is one thing I want to give more clarity. And also in our session, in our live session, I will give you more informations how your resume should be picked up, right? So why? Because these tools our students are using nowadays, and they are saying that, okay, so after using this tool, I have improved my resumes and I have posted in the job portal, I'm getting more calls. Okay, so to get the more calls, the first thing is your notice period, right? So if the notice period is very less, so definitely you will get more calls. So that I can tell. So this is the notice period, and then you can go for more number of the skills, tools, and what is the project you are using. All these are very important. So that's what you can use some AI tools and remove your personal information and then try. Okay, so I do have some lot of techniques this way. So I will tell in the live sessions so that your resumes will be picked up. And also you may ask questions how you are going to take the session, right? So always this is the content for CDI, the cloud data integration. I will take first CDI, then I'll go for the CI. So each day we'll have the sessions. So just for this particular batch, so we have two more sessions on the API related CI concept. And if I'm going to take, then I will start our session on Wednesday. Okay. So this is what 37 sessions on all this particular topic. So once completed, I can take the mock interviews. So interview and certification preparations and project level. So this is very important, right? So why? Because see, we can learn anything from our internet also, but the knowledge sharing on the project level session is very important. Okay. So I will take three different project level sessions to explain this concept. So what is enterprise data warehouse, project architecture, what is the life cycle, and how we will work on the agile, okay, agile project, and what are the different documents we'll prepare. The tools will be used in the in the Informatica project and Jira tool. So how the Jira we are going to manage the projects, and the ServiceNow tool, how we will raise the incident, service request, problem ticket, and change request, all this. And third party scheduler, right? This is what control different schedulers we have. So that scheduler and different load strategies like incremental load, the delta extract, so stage load. So different load strategies we have: impact analysis, data analysis, code analysis. So source to target mapping sheet, unit test case preparations, the deployment process. So after preparing our code, so how are we going to deploy this into multiple environments, right? QA and then UAT and production, how we are going to deploy it. So some different questions they will ask. So can you explain some complex scenario you have faced in your projects, right? So that is what they will ask in interview. So interview perspective and production support roles and responsibilities, that everything I will cover it in our live training. And definitely you can get 100 percentage knowledge so from me. Okay, and CAI, once CDI completed, I will start CAI. So this is what the CAI. CAI is nothing but if I want to take the data from the direct front end tool. Say for an example, here I want to book some flight ticket. Okay, so I want to book some flight ticket. So how can I the flight ticket? I will go here, right? So this is what. So this informations I'm going to pass it so as a input to these service providers, right? To these service provider here, like Indigo, and then we have different service providers, right? The airlines providers, and they are going to send us the data. So how they will send? Through API only. So why? Because as a application, they will not allow us to take their database control. So we are going to request, they will send the response on the APIs, and we will collect that information. Say for an example, if IICS and IDMC are Informatica PowerCenter, we are going to take batch data only, mostly. Okay, 90% previously we are taking batch data. That means, so from the APIs, from the front end, it will get loaded into the OLTP system. Then we will take, okay, daily load, monthly load, intraday load, all this we will take it from here and then we load it into our data warehouse. This is batch data. So batch by batch, we will move the data, right? But nowadays we are taking direct real-time data as well. Okay, so real-time data so that we can take it through APIs. So whatever the information we need, so that information we can request through API, and this particular server will send the response in the API. So that response and getting the activities, file connections and database connections, everything we are going to see in the cloud application integration. So how we are integrating so through our applications also, frontline applications like we have Salesforce, so different applications, right? So all these applications we can take. So this is what normally we are facing, right? This is one of the best example for APIs, but this is what we will explain in our. But this is our real time. But I will explain the third party, uh, some third party public APIs. Okay, so here if you take our IICS, okay, so whatever we can use, this tool is free only. Okay, so this tool is free. So this is my 16th versions, and you can use any number of versions here. So every time you have to create one new account, and whatever we have created the previous account, we can import all this previous mapping to this particular tool itself. Okay, so we can bring it. So this one, if you're going to the administrator, you can see the services should be up and running for cloud application integration as well as data integration. So whatever we have created previously, so we can take that particular component into this new account also. In my system, if you see this, two different agents are there, right? Cloud hosted agent and secured agent. So this one. But nowadays we are seeing only the secured agent. So they have removed all this concept. They were bringing this one to this one. So why? Because in real time, this is what we will see. Normally we will use dev and QA, one particular link, and production we will use other link. Okay, so if you go to this particular data integration, we can see the data integration related mappings, and I have handled various mappings. Okay, so like 50 hours of training I used to take for CDI, and 10 hours of 10 plus hours of training for our CAI also. Okay, so going forward, I will move more on the CAI also. If you see this, this is what the normal we will use the mappings. Okay, so we can create and we can export this mapping to new account also. Okay, so new account you can export it, And CAI, yes, we can connect with a different CAI also, service connector, app connector, and different process we can create. So all this we will see in the CAI also. So this is what the tool. Anyhow, this tool, if you are learning, then definitely it will be. So you have to do hands-on. So even if you are joining the live training or not, do more hands-on. Okay, so do more hands-on so that you will not any uh, you will not dependent anyone in the real-time environment. Okay, so do as much as possible the hands-on here. A lot of scenarios you do it. Then if you are completing the scenarios, then it will be very easy to explain the interview questions. Okay, so even this one I want to tell to our students. So they are straight away they are going for interview questions on IICS. Okay, so don't do that. Don't take any interview questions directly. So first to learn the concept. Okay, so what is JSON? So what is dense rank? What is expression? Right? So what is the joiner? So what are the different tasks available? What is task flow? So all this try to understand first. Okay, so do the hands-on and then go for the interview questions. Don't go for interview question directly. Then you will end up with always some questions. Okay, if you see in our Informatica Power Center, we are the workflow. But in IACS, we have the task flow. So we have to create a task flow. So whatever we have in our Informatica Power Center, that should be migrated, right? So if you are going to work on the migration project, you should know. So in Informatica Power Center, we were using Worklet. So how will you use Worklet in IACS, right? So Worklet is nothing but we have to use one more subtask flow only. So we have to take one subtask flow. Inside, you have to go for one more subtask flow. So you can take the workflow here, task flow. So task flow you are creating, that is nothing but our worklet. See this, why? Because this migration, it cannot be done for this kind of asset. So in that case, we have to migrate manually, we have to create it. Even some project, Informatica Power Center were running on Unix machine, but IACS is running on Windows machine. In that case, we have to create the script on batch script, Windows script. So we have to migrate all this Unix script into the script, right? So everything we have to handle it here. Some migration is going on 50 percentage like automated tool utilities. Some project we are using 50 percentage manually. So we are doing it. All new development is going to happen in this particular tool only. It's very easy tool. If you know already Power Center, yes, definitely this tool will be very easy. So even I have put a lot of videos on Power Center installation and everything. You can go to this particular web page and always you can see my web page. And say for an example, and I'm getting uh, some questions. So I do not have 2 months to learn all this concept. So is there any way to get some uh, immediately some crash courses or something? Yes, I have already placed all this 48 hours of videos into this particular courses. You can go to this particular page and here you can definitely get all the live courses. So whatever the courses we have, so I have posted here. So Informatica IICS and Informatica Power Center and Informatica Cloud CDA. This is live training, but always this is lifetime access we have. So you can purchase from here. If you go to this particular module, I have given 48 hours of training here. Okay. So 48 hours of training, you can get all this stuff here. Okay. So if you go here, 48 hours, 39 minutes, I have already uploaded. So from day 1 to day 41, I have uploaded with all the resume preparation, project level sessions with the day-wise notes. I have put some zip copy here. So day 1 to day 40 notes, assignments will be there and sample resumes. I have given some quizzes and the interview questions. So everything I have given in this particular module itself, it's like a 48 hours of training I have uploaded. It's a lifetime access. Okay. So already 12 members has purchased. So before that, I used to give as a Google Drive link, but now I started with this particular web-based the tool. Anywhere you can start learning. So the similar way, Informatica Power Center also, it has 30 modules and I have already posted here all the 30 modules. Okay. So here you can see all these modules are available. The similar way, you can you can start learning this particular self-paced. Okay, so if you do not have the time to join the live training, yeah, somebody is already working on the a night shift or some project is you are occupied with project. Yes, you can go with the self-paced courses as well. Okay, so this is the way you have to put your effort to learn this concept. You can have 100% confident on this particular tool. Okay, and this one today morning also I got information from one of my student. He got project in Informatica PowerCenter. He joined in IICS. He learned all the concept, but he got project in Informatica PowerCenter from US, and his project is migration project, Informatica PowerCenter to IICS. So that's what he informed me. So that's the way. So I have trained a lot of people so far. This is my 16th batch on Informatica PowerCenter, Informatica IICS and Informatica PowerCenter. I'm taking the sessions from last 9 years. Okay. So always you can go to this particular page. So hereafter I will update more content. I'm trying to update more content, interview questions and everything. As of now, I started. Okay, it's in the draft versions, but going forward, I'm going to upload all this into one single page. So Oracle SQL, yes, definitely I have updated all this content in one single place. So whenever you have some time, just to go through this, you will get all this content free. Okay, so completely free. So these content I used to take like for uh, different learning centers in Chennai and online. It's like a 15,000 they will charge for this particular training. So that particular training content, everything I have taken and I have posted for our students. Okay. It is completely free. You can start learning it. You will, if you are practicing it, definitely you will get 100% confident on SQL. So mainly you have to practice it. Okay, install this particular tool, SQL developer. Okay, start practicing it. You will have more knowledge, right? So you have to practice this. If once you are joining my live training, definitely I will explain all these tools, the installation, everything we will do it. And we have to do a lot of practices here. Okay. So a lot of tables you need to create and we have to load the data from one schema to another schema, one database to another schema, right? So, and also if you ask me, so what is the cloud you are going to teach here? Okay, so cloud, I'm going to teach AWS and GCP, Google Cloud Platform. So that means I'm going to tell the introduction about AWS and GCP, AWS S3 and GCP BigQueries, and we have the Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake and CA, we are going to see the Salesforce. So these concept we are going to learn as part of the cloud systems. Okay, so I will explain this concept. We will create an account in AWS, GCP, Snowflake, and everything. Snowflake is very easy. So if you learn all this SQL concept, right, then you can make okay you can make yourself as the Snowflake as a developer. It's not complete Snowflake developer. You can say as a ETL developer, we have loaded the data into Snowflake. So that information, even study materials on Snowflake, I will give you how to start with Snowflake, all this. So that is what I can support you on this particular part. And I think I have explained more on this our training and everything. So what is the scope for our this particular tool? And always you can contact me on this number anytime. Okay, so you give the you can contact me on WhatsApp. Even if you are clicking on this WhatsApp link, so directly it will go to WhatsApp. You can connect with me and then you can ask your questions. Okay, if you have anything. So if you have any personal questions, you can ask me always. So we will have the question and answer now. So in the question and answer, no need to tell your personal details. No need to tell your name and no need to tell your company name or personal identification. So just ask your questions. I will answer all your questions. Okay. So before that, let me, I got so many questions in the chat. So let me go to one by one. I will answer all your questions. Okay. So basic level, please tell me. So this is what the basic level. Okay. So basic level is, so why the company is moving towards on the Informatica IICS, I explained, right? This is what the company is moving towards on the IICS and they are going for. If you know already IICS, uh, what should I learn next? So if you know already IICS, you can go with any cloud systems like AWS, GCP, other Tableau, Power BI. So complete ETL consultant, you can develop yourself. Okay, so why? Because even I worked in Tableau also, and I worked in Power BI project as well. So why? Because if you know this, so since we are working on the agile environment, we may get a different projects, right? Yes, definitely it will help you. So I got some questions. Is it mandatory that we need to very good knowledge in SQL? Yes, definitely. So why? Because even if I'm going to work on this particular tool, AWS or GCP or Azure or anything, so all we are going to do it on the cloud data warehouse environment. For an example, here I'm going to store the data in in AWS Redshift. So if I want to query this AWS Redshift, then I need to know the SQL concept, right? So this Snowflake is completely our Oracle SQL only. If you know Oracle SQL very well, then this particular Snowflake you can handle easily. So that's what you can learn. Okay. So I have provided all this information on the SQL. You can go to my website. So click on Oracle SQL, start preparing this SQL. All the notes are there in this particular link itself. But going forward, I'm going to upload a lot of pages here. Okay, so I'm going to upload a lot of pages on the right hand side. You will get more stuff on this particular concept as well. Okay, so give me some time. Be there. Don't leave the meeting. I will answer all your questions. Okay, one by one. I will take your questions. Okay. So let me complete the chat questions and then I will go for the question and answer. I will unmute you. You can ask your questions. Okay. Is there any subdivision for QA in this IACS? No, QA and dev, right? We will have the same secured agent mostly, most of the project. And production, we will have the separate secured agent. But as a company, they will have on their premises, they will have the secured agent only. They will install it. So to create the connection, secured connection. So how will you explain all this concept? Yeah, so we have all the content. Okay. If you go here, the CDI, this is what I will take all the sessions. Okay, so day by day, I will take all the content, the architecture wise. So what I'm going to explain all this, I will teach this architecture wise installation, different data load, AWS concept, right? AWS S3, Google BigQuery. So all this I will explain one by one in our training session itself. Okay. So no worries on the concept wise, knowledge wise. I will take care. So all this. So that I will take care. And I'm taking weekdays as well as weekend session. So weekend session just last week I have started. This weekend. Okay. So this weekend we'll have the session. Okay. So tomorrow, today evening we have weekend sessions. And those who are not able to join weekdays, they can join weekend. And weekday session, I'm going to start from September 6th. Okay. So September 6th, I'm going to start it. The fees for this particular session is the 12,000 for CDI and 5,000 for CA. Okay, so this is the charge I'm charging for this particular training. So this is from the starting itself. This is the price I'm starting. I'm charging. Okay, so this is the one. If you want to join my training, so please contact me. Okay, so after this webinar, then I'll guide you how to join. Okay, and also I got some more questions. Let me answer all your questions. Sorry. I need CAI self-paced videos only. So is it available? Yeah. So CAI, this is the first session I'm taking that. I have already completed 6 sessions. So once this particular batch is completed, I'm going to upload this courses. So if you see here, I'm going to upload here. So after some 5 to 5 days, you can check it here. So CAI, the similar way you can find CAI also. Okay, so here, but it will not have this much amount. I will reduce the fees for CAI self-paced one. Okay, and if you need these are the lifetime access. Anytime you can access it any devices. Okay, so I do not know knowledge on Informatica. Can I start learning IICS? Yes, define. Yes, definitely you can start, but you should know IA Informatica PowerCenter concept at least. I have already posted 15 hours video, right? 15 hours video I have posted. You can see here, I have already posted 15 hours video. So start learning this video. Okay, it's completely free. in English, I have posted 15 hours. So Tamil, I have posted like 11 hours video. So start preparing that. Definitely you can get. And also I'm working on PLSQL self-paced videos. So I already prepared that particular pages. I'm working on that. Okay. So why? Because I haven't uploaded fully. So once uploaded, so definitely it will be available by, I'm hoping that it should be available by Monday. Okay. So I'm going to upload it. So I have already uploaded 5 sessions. So remaining session I'm going to upload. I need to upload all the content and everything. Then I will make so that particular course as well online. Okay. So if you want to register for the self-paced, you can go to this particular link. You can buy. Okay, you can buy now. Then you will get email. Then with that email and password, it's a lifetime access. So any devices you can connect at anywhere. So that's what you can connect. Then always you can connect with this particular the, the self-paced courses. Okay. So self-paced course is nothing but our entire training material only, but you have to take care all this. So this one. And yeah, sorry, I will take your questions. CDI and CAI. Yeah, I have explained the scope for CDI and CAI. So I'm going to upload this recording on YouTube. So if you have some time, you can watch it. Okay, this video. I registered for self-paced IICS training. Is will be the materials shared through Google Drive? No. If you have registered for self-paced, you can download the material. You can go inside, as I told. You can go inside and then you have the module, right? You can download this module. You will have download options once you have registered. So you can download it. So API concept, yes, I will take API concept on CAI module. Okay. And when is the weekend session on CAI? So CAI weekend sessions, maybe another one month I will start. After CDI completed, I will start the CAI. So be there in my WhatsApp group and follow my YouTube pages. So I will update all this whenever I'm going to start a new batch on CDA or CI. Either it's a weekend or weekdays batch. ETL testing, I have already posted 5 hours of videos on ETL testing. And definitely you can watch that testing sessions. Okay. Even I'm a working professional, right? So I do not have much time to take all the sessions. That's why I'm not taking the other sessions as of now. Yeah. So as of now, I'm in Canada. And yeah, I'm taking that onshore responsibilities. So I could see that my previous projects are moving from Informatica PowerCenter to ADF. So how much scope will be there for IICS in future? Yeah, IICS we have, as I told, IICS definitely we have the future. Okay, so don't worry on that. So if you go to this IICS, right? So you can search IDMC. So what is the scope for IDMC? All this. So Informatica. So Informatica Corporation is a big company, right? So they have already started all this IDMC related stuff, right? So it's a completely on AI and ML process they are going to bring it. See this their annual growth. So how this IDMC is going to impact on the project, right? So this is a real time data only. So I'm not saying that if you see the chart and Informatica on the top on the ETL process side. Okay, so they're going to make all this product in this IDMC tool and so the AI and ML process also they are going to bring in this particular tool. So anyhow, you have the good scope on this tool. So don't worry on that. So every companies are moving towards on the cloud, right? So that's the scope for this IACS also. I'm not saying like so only the training perspective. I'm saying like the scope of our future scope, right? So you have joined live training. Sorry, you have joined the self-paced courses. Is there possibility to join live classes? So no, self-paced courses is differently managed. I'm not managing it. And if you have joined there, if you want to join live sessions, you have to enroll for live sessions also. Okay. So why? Because live session is different, right? And is IDMC different from IDM? IDM, even I'm not sure what is IDM. IDMC is like Intelligent Data Management Cloud. So what is the difference between IACS and IDMC? There is no differences. I already explained, right? So there is no differences, only the naming change they have taken. So will you provide any placement assistance? See, placement assistance I'm not providing. The assistant means all this interview support. resume preparation, mock interviews, everything I will give you. So with that training and everything, right? So if you are already, I'm not giving any job directly. I'm giving the training, complete training. So after getting the complete training, you can update your resumes on job portals. After attending my live training, live mock interviews and project explanation and everything, you can explain the same thing to our interviewer. You can get placed. Okay, so not only for interview perspective, you can independently work on projects. Okay, so don't worry on that the project and this one. You need to have a proper certification, your experience certification. That's it. You can work any other tools. That's fine. Okay, so you need to have some IT related experience letter. So that's important one. Okay, so I will take your questions now. So self-paced videos and live training is same. Okay, I already explained, right? I already explained. If you have joined late and you watch this recording, okay? Okay, so those who are having doubt, so I'm unmuting everyone. Okay, so those who are having doubt, please ask your questions through this session is going to record it and no need to tell your name. Okay.
Hello everyone. Sir,
Yeah.
I have already installed PowerCenter in my laptop.
Hmm.
So my question is now when we start this, and I'm going to enroll for the IICS live training with you
Hmm.
from September 6th. So my question is for IICS, will there be how much space will I require?
So IACS, there is no constraints. Okay, space
Okay,
or this. We are going to install only secured agent in our machine. Okay, this
okay,
secured agent we are going to install it. So this secured agent normally will take less space only. Okay,
okay.
it will not take more space. But
And
if you have
okay.
6 GB RAM and around 50 GB of space in your C drive, that's fine. Okay.
Okay. And if I've already installed PowerCenter in my machine, will this impact the IICS?
No,
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 right, sir?
no, no. I
Okay.
have already installed in my system. The
Okay.
10.4 I have installed. I'm taking both Informatica PowerCenter and IICS in my same
Okay.
machine. Yeah, I'm handling it.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. Looking forward to
Yeah,
the sessions next week.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I have experience in ETL testings,
Hmm?
but nowadays no calls. I'm only yesterday you can connect with training regardings.
Hmm.
But how to careers it to because right now I'm jobless 2 months.
Yeah, actually, you are from ETL testing. You know all the SQL concept very clearly, right? And also
Yeah,
some of the
everything is
ETL concept. On Power
yeah.
Center also you might be having the knowledge. So start learning
Mhm.
this IACS. Okay, start learning this IACS. You can put your resumes on Informatica Power Center, ETL testing, and IACS everything. All the skill
Mhm.
set. Okay, so you have to put your all the skill set and everything. So definitely you'll get calls. Okay, you are like you
Okay.
are an immediate joiner now. So for that
Yeah, yeah,
immediate joiner, definitely you'll get more calls. You will get
yeah.
calls. Okay,
Can
so
you
that always I can.
okay? Okay. Just I'm
Mhm.
asking you a question regarding can you buy the course is in Informatica Power Centers is a
Yeah,
recorded
yeah, you can
sessions.
see if you want, you can get it this Informatica Power Center, as I told. You can go to this
Mhm.
courses, right? You can click on the
Mhm.
courses. You can directly go to this Informatica Power Center. You can buy it.
Mhm.
So there is no differences. Only difference is I will not
Mhm.
be there to interact, but this is an interactive session. Okay. So somebody else
Okay.
asked questions and I have
Okay.
answered.
This yeah,
Mhm.
I'm training. This training join Informatica Power Center. Yeah, direct ICS join.
Sorry, you want to take Informatica self-paced and IACS live training?
Yeah, yeah. First, which training join? Yeah, both
You have
will
to join
come.
Informatica Power Center. Okay. So at least
First,
basic concept. That's it. Basic concept you
yeah, I
should
know
know.
basic concept. I know about this
Then you
power
can
flow
start with
designer,
IACS. Yeah, yeah. Then you can start with IACS.
how
Why?
to create
Because same
mapping. But
concept.
I'm
Mhm.
okay. But I'm not creating mappings. But I know about mapping. Which site is created.
Yeah, yeah. You need to have some hands-on. Okay. So I will tell you how
Mm-hmm.
to install Informatica Power Center also. Start
Mm-hmm.
learning this tool. Okay. So you will get a clear idea. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
So you have to
Regarding
Good
my
morning,
start
sir.
learning this mapping, maplet,
Mhm.
workplate, all this you have to start learning. Okay. It's very simple. If you know PowerCenter, then this one I'm going to start from the beginning. Okay, from the scratch only. You will get complete idea on all the transformations. I'm going to take all the transformations. Yeah.
Okay. This only language is SQL language or any other Python language is
No,
required?
no, no. SQL. SQL is important, and the Unix scripting you need to know. Scripting Unix.
Okay. Just basic command, yeah, everything,
Yeah,
each and
basic
every hands
command.
on.
Yeah, I have posted 2 videos on Unix that you can start learning.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Good morning, sir. Hello.
yeah. Good morning. Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
Actually, sir, yesterday I posted you on the WhatsApp because I installed IICS. But the thing is, as per your video, I can see the 4 services were up and running at the time of installation of secure agent. But the thing is, when I installed the IICS, then only 2 services were up and running. So how that is? I mean, I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
confused.
That's what I explained
Mhm.
in the beginning of our session, right? That's what
Okay.
I explained. So what is the issues on IICS installation? I think you joined late. I'm not sure
Yeah.
whether you have listened
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
this one. Okay,
Yeah.
so please watch this recording.
Okay.
And
Fine, sir. Fine.
yeah, if you join my live training, I will explain that how to install it.
Fine.
You have to go for,
Fine.
I already explained, you have to go for, I already created the web page for IICS installation. Please follow this. If you
Okay.
need both
Fine, sir.
CDA and CI, you have to go to this particular application integration and you have to
Okay.
do this installation. Okay. So if
Okay.
you
Fine.
do this one application integration hyper automation with the data center is our AP Asia Pacific, then you will get all
Mhm.
the 9 services. Like in my system, I have all the 9 services, right? Even 10 services, you will get it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I
Okay, fine,
explained
sir.
already. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Not issue. Thank you so much, sir.
yeah, yeah. So please follow this
Uh,
page. You will install. Okay, you will install it. Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
yeah, this is Venkat. I just need how we can migrate the code from PowerCenter to IACS, where I have existing mappings and workflows, all the things.
Yeah, yeah. So this is like a real-time scenarios we used to get it, right? So migrations, we have different strategies actually. So we have the migration factory is one of the utilities coming from Informatica corporations. They are migrating it, but it is not migrating all the 100% of Informatica PowerCenter mapping to IACS assets. So we do have some, yeah, please go on mute, those who are not speaking. And so it is not completely migrating all the components. We do have the utilities like a migration factory from Informatica Corporation. They will support it and other third-party utilities as well. And in addition to that, we are migrating manually. So the company is migrating manually also. So I will explain this migration concept as a separate session in our live training. Okay.
When you
So,
say manually, sir, it is just like creating same replica of mapping in IACS.
Yes, correct, correct.
so other
Okay.
than
So
the
they do
general
We
have.
can't.
transformation,
Hmm.
sorry, sorry.
Yeah.
So I have one question. Other than the general transformations, what are the advanced transformations you would be covering as part of the training?
Here, whatever the transformations is available, right? So that we are going to cover. In addition to that, we are going to cover on the cloud as well. Okay, cloud, the APIs, all this. So we have the APIs, right? So this is for Informatica PowerCenter, see data integration and application integration. So whatever we have for scope for this particular tool, so here all this transformations we are going to cover it. So all of this transformations, but 2 transformations are licensed. So one is velocity transformation and the data masking. So these two we cannot do it here, but remaining other transformation we are going to see. So web services is for API calls. So that I will cover it connecting third-party APIs and other transformations. All the transformation I will cover. Okay, the transformations as well as the task and task flow. So all the components. So whatever the components here mentioned, all the components. So all the task flow steps, the command task and everything, and maplet, mapping and task. So all the different tasks, right? We have the different tasks here. So these tasks I will cover. So Informatica, so that's what, see, interview perspective or the knowledge perspective, I will cover all this concept. It's like 50 hours of training. Okay. So last batch, I have taken 50 plus hours. So definitely it will be like interactive sessions only. You can always you can ask me the questions, right? So what is the difference between the self-paced one and live training? So self-paced one, the one is most of the even I have enrolled a lot of Udemy courses, but right, due to our work schedule, we will not complete all the sessions on time. But even if I have joined for live training, so definitely I will join daily, a daily basis, and a daily I will ask some questions to the trainer, and I can get it clarified. Okay, so that's what the advantage of live training.
And is
Hi Chandra.
cloud is equally powerful as in-house power center, or more powerful or less powerful?
It's not, we cannot say Informatica PowerCenter is not powerful. Informatica PowerCenter is on premises and IICS on the cloud. Okay, so both it will make cloud as well as on premises. So everything it will integrate into data lake environment or data warehouse environment. Okay, so that's what I can say. So we have the companies moving towards on the cloud. So they are moving towards on the IICS. It has more capability to build a ETL logic. Okay, even the companies, those who are using other ETL tools like a data stage or Ab initio or any other tool, they are migrating to IICS now. So why? Because the Informatica Corporation is they already moved on the cloud, right? On the ETL side. So that's why the companies, those who are using SSIS or Ab initio or data stage or some other tools like SAP BODS or any other ETL tool they are using, they started migrating to IACS as well. The scope wise, we have a lot of scope. Okay, so you can check in US also we have a lot of scope, and in India also we have a lot of scope. I can say. Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead. Any other questions?
There is a
So actually,
task where I can say import from PC. What is that?
That is a task. Okay, separate task we have. So whatever the Informatica you have the workflows, we can import into IACS mapping. Okay, so but the thing is, if you are importing it, you cannot edit. So if in future, if I want to edit it, can I edit here Informatica PowerCenter task? No, we cannot edit it. So for time being, you can use it, but that is not a migration task. Okay. So time being, you can migrate your Informatica workflow into IACS. That too, we do have limitations. Not all the sessions we cannot take it. So one workflow, it should have only one session, one mapping associated. Then we can convert it into Power Center task. If you have two sessions, that cannot be converted into Power Center task. And Power Center task, you cannot use it, you cannot edit it in IACS. Say for an example, today I'm using for one particular logic, I have migrated this particular task, Power Center task. Then after that, if I want to change it, you have to change it in the Informatica Power Center, export as XML. You have to convert this as a Power Center task. Okay. So this is for
Oh,
time being only. It is not a migration.
got it. It's kind of IDQ to Power Center.
Yes, yes.
Sorry,
It's
Power
like a
Center
one
to
time
IDQ. Yeah,
Power Center to IACS. Okay.
uh, got it.
Yeah. But normally we are not using in our real time projects that particular task. So why? Because in future, if you want to edit it, you need to have Informatica Power Center. By the time we will decommission that Informatica Power Center, right? So that's the reason
Okay.
we are not using that Informatica Power Center task. Okay. Going forward, in another 1 or 2 years, most of the companies will migrate from Power Center to IACS. Definitely.
So do you take CDQ also, data
No,
quality?
no, 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 no. Only data integration and application integration.
Okay.
Are
can
we
we
going to
expect
cover any data warehouse concepts?
XML? Hello.
Yeah, so first I'm going to talk on the data warehouse concept only. So first two sessions, right? So we have the data warehouse concept, OLTP, OLAP, what is cube, all this I will take. Okay, so data warehouse, data lake, IACS architecture, the complete architecture I'm going to take. So fourth, we will have the IACS installation, one complete session. Then we'll go for different data load, taking the data from XML file, JSON file, Excel file. So even IACS can handle data with Excel, right? and Snowflake connection, AWS connection, working with GCP, right? Different transformations. So one by one, we'll have all the hands-on. So that I'm going to cover it. Web service transformation, how to connect with the API, REST API, what is SOAP API. So one by one, I will take the different task flow, different component parameters and variables. Right, all this concept I will take performance tuning. So IICS developer resumes migration. I told right. So this concept I will take in our live training. So I cannot explain all this into our demo session, but I will explain this on our actual sessions.
Are we going to get the information on each and every option that is available with every transformation, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's what 48 hours I have taken so far. Okay,
Is
you
it
can
possible
always.
to get hands-on on the how to handle MQ data?
So message queue you are asking? See,
Yes.
normally, yeah, so that we are not taking here. Why? Because that environment we cannot bring it here, but I will explain. Okay, so how we are making that.
So what about the recordings? Do we get the recordings every day?
Yeah, all the recordings you will get it. All the recordings. So whatever the sessions we have, right? So all the recordings you will get it. All the 37 sessions on Informatica IICS or 10 sessions on CAI.
So actually, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm working as a manual tester with no previous experience or knowledge on Informatica or no coding knowledge also. Is it a right step to start learning of this IICS
Yeah.
course?
First,
And
first, yeah, I can understand. So as a first step, you start with SQL. Okay.
okay.
So SQL is very, very important for this ETL. Start with SQL, and also I have posted a lot of videos on this Informatica PowerCenter also, right? I already posted all the transformation logic and everything on this 15 hours video. So start learning this is completely free. So then you can join IICS training. So that will be good options. Okay. Even if you want
Okay.
all the materials and everything, so buy this self-paced course, which I have posted already. So this is complete training material. It has already 40 plus hours of training with the notes, all this it has. You can buy it from
Okay.
here.
Do
So
we have
only
any?
CAI videos, yes, it is available. I have already started. I'm going to upload it here. Okay. So in this page, I'm going to upload it. So you after 2 to 3 days, you check it here. So one more training CAI and PLSQL will be there here. Okay, will be available. PLSQL self-paced videos and CAI, CDI, and we have the Power Center. All this will be available here. You can always check here. So courses.nic Academy. So always you can put here and then you can go to this particular page. So even front page you can click on here. You can go to this particular page. So you'll be getting this page. Okay. Suren, I'm not able to hear you. I'm not sure why you have I have given access to speak. You can speak, but I'm not able to hear you. Any other
Hello.
questions from others? Yeah.
Sir, I have one question. I'm working.
Yeah,
Hello.
please go ahead. Anyone? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently having I'm working in Informatica PowerCenter only into monitoring kind of stuff. So I don't have any PowerCenter developing kind of knowledge. So if I enroll IICS this program, so will I also require Informatica development knowledge also, or
Yeah. So
we can
anyhow,
yes.
we are going to learn all this concept hands-on. Okay. So complete hands-on. I will give you a lot of exercises. Okay, daily basis, so that you can learn it. Our center parallelly, you can watch the sessions which I have posted already here. Right. You can start learning from here. So that will help. But for IACS, SQL is mandatory. You need to know all the SQL concept. Okay. SQL
Yeah, I
concept you
know
should know.
SQL concepts
Yeah.
as well, but
SQL you should
I
know.
got some calls related to IICS, but I don't
Hmm.
have the knowledge on IICS.
Yeah. Start learning
That's
this.
why
Okay. See, we are spending a lot of money for other stuff, right? So whatever we are going to learn, definitely it will help you on your career. Okay. Even I'm the developer. So still I'm learning new concept. AWS I have started learning. I paid some money, okay, 30,000 to one trainer, and I started learning. Right. So similar way, yeah, definitely if we are in IT, definitely we have to enhance our knowledge.
I'm a little confused here. You are saying for IICS, SQL is very much mandatory than the Power Center. Is that statement is still true, or it is required for both Power Center as well as IICS also?
Both SQL is mandatory for both, for Informatica Power Center as well as IICS. But he wants to directly join on IICS course. So that's what I informed. For IICS, I'm going to take from the scratch only. Whatever we are going to have in our Informatica Power Center, that we will have it on IICS itself, like all the transformation and everything. So that knowledge he can get it in Informatica Power Center, IICS course. Parallelly, he can check on this my training itself,
Okay,
right? He
okay.
can check it in this particular video itself. He can get all this, right? So anyhow, I'm going to start Informatica Power Center also after some time. So those some students already asking why, because I used to take this Power Center last 9 years. I'm taking this course. You can see my videos on YouTube platform as well. So anyhow, I'm going to start Informatica Power Center live training also after some time. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead.
I'm working as a SQL developer. What
Mhm.
is the scope of IICS in my career development?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. As I have explained already, SQL developer, in addition to SQL, if you are going to learn this cloud tool, right? Whatever the project we are doing on the PLSQL or something, they are already migrating to this ETL project, right? So in ETL, most of the banking and insurance and retail companies, they have Informatica Power Center only. So most of the US project, if you go and check it, for their ETL, they are using Informatica Power Center and IICS. So nowadays they are moving from Power Center to IICS migration. So that's what we can have the scope. So the scope wise, definitely you will have. At the time of interview, we cannot learn all this concept in single day. Okay. So take 2 months of time and then start learning all this concept completely from the scratch to complete level. So then go for interviews. Okay. So it will help you.
Thank you, Chandra.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely we have the scope. Even I'm there at on site. Yeah. So because of Informatica only, I'm here, right? Yeah. So definitely it will help you on your career.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Unix or shell scripting required to learn this IICS?
Not cell scripting level, but some project architecture, right? Some framework, framework. If you are going, we are having different kind of projects and different framework. So based on the framework, some project they will trigger the Informatica itself from the script. Okay, some project they will trigger the Informatica from scheduler. So the way of triggering the Informatica and handling the files, it will be differ from project to project. How the architecture, framework, layers, and everything. So some project they will use more Unix, some project they will use very less Unix. Okay, so just they will go inside the Unix server, they will check it the files, then that's it. So in that project, you need to have very basic knowledge about Unix. Even I have posted 2 videos on Unix. So how to start with Unix? You can start with your Unix also. Okay, and that is the way you can get Unix. But some project they will expect shell scripting as well. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I got
okay.
some questions.
Thank you.
Let me answer these questions. Can you say few words about Kafka just for introduction? See, Kafka is for live streaming, right? So we have the different system here. As I told, this system for ETL project, the similar way we used to take the data from source system. Okay, so from live data, we will take it, stream the data, and we will load it here. So if you take Facebook or any other system, we are taking the live data from different data centers, right? So all this throughout the world, we are collecting the information from IoT devices, like all the mobile devices, sensors, and everything we are collecting. So that means the data is live data. It's coming from all the all the places every now and then. So in that case, the Kafka is like collecting the information. It will store all the streaming data it will collect, and then through Kafka only we are streaming the data to our data lake environment. Raw data will be pulled by using Spark. You heard about the Spark, right? So through Spark, through this particular Kafka tool, we will connect and then we will stream the data. Raw data will get loaded into the data lake, and then the raw data we will apply the transformation logic like a learning process and everything. So that will be given to the source system for recommendations. Okay, YouTube, you are seeing. So whatever your job, so the search history, based on that, they will give you the next video, right? So how they are giving. So you are going to Amazon and then you are buying some product, you are searching some product. So based on that, they are giving the next product list. So how they are giving? So they are collecting all the information, they are processing it, learning process. Then they are giving feeding back to the system as a recommendations for better user experiences, right? So that's what you need to have. So IICS developer need a CMI knowledge. So CMI is nothing but cloud mass ingestions. Yeah, some project they will use mass ingestion as well. So here, if you take big data and this streaming, they will go for mass ingestions. It's depends on the projects. Okay, so depends on the project. What is the JD? The job descriptions is for data integration, application integration, or both, or based on this. Okay. So I will explain the real-time project. We cannot bring the real-time environment here, and also I cannot share any real-time documents. Okay, it's a complaint issue, and also like I do not want to give any false statement. Okay, I do not want to give any false statement on this. I will explain the project architecture. With that, definitely you can go and explain your project and everything. You will get 100% knowledge. So why? Because even I'm a working professional. I'm working on this all the data lake environment, this Informatica PowerCenter, all the ETL environments. So definitely you'll get the knowledge. Okay, no worries on the knowledge part. Is PLSQL needed for Informatica PowerCenter or IICS? Some project, very few project, they will explain. They will expect PLSQL. Why? Because some of the stored procedure are running in the backend, and they will be calling the stored procedure in Informatica PowerCenter or IICS. So they will expect some knowledge on PLSQL. Okay. So if you need PLSQL concept, as I explained, so it will be available here after 2 to 3 days. Then start learning that very very minimal rate it will be applied, and then you can start learning that as well. Okay. Some project they will expect PLSQL knowledge also, but not all the projects. So I have taken IICS self-paced learning, and can I get access to your videos on website? No, this website I'm not handling it. The backend it will automatically handle. So ping me, I will tell you how to proceed. Okay, so ping me directly, I will tell you. So after IICS training, can we capable of working other ETL cloud tools as well in the market? Yeah, you can. The concept wise are similar. The ETL is concept wise is similar, and the the tool is might be different. That's fine. Okay. Even I worked in SSIS. I worked on Informatica PowerCenter, IICS, and SAP BODS also. So all are like same concept only. The tool is different. So ETL testing, I have one question. ETL testing belongs to both PowerCenter, IICS, and also PLSQL for this. No, ETL testing, whatever as a ETL developer, we are going to load the data into data warehouse. As per the requirement, ETL tester is going to test it. So mostly they'll be doing testing based on the SQL queries. So SQL query knowledge is very important for ETL tester. Okay. So is it mandatory to have idea on PowerCenter before joining IICS? Yes, basic idea needed. Definitely basic idea is needed. But anyhow, I'm going to take from the scratch only. So ETL plus Power BI, ETL plus IICS, which one is more scope? See, that's what I'm saying. Power BI is like another tool, okay, reporting tool. It has its own capability and it has its own scope, okay. ETL plus IICS, its own scope, right? So even testing people are there in on-site along with us. It doesn't mean that testing is not scopeless, right? So we have equally testing ETL tester also there on site. So they are having all the projects and everywhere. So that's what how much knowledge you have, how much deep knowledge you have, how much experiences you have, and the hands-on you have, that speaks rather than the tool. Okay, so Power BI it has its own the scope and everything. Okay, so no worries on the part. Whatever you are going to learn completely. That's it. Okay, so simple. If you know Informatica PowerCenter, learn Informatica PowerCenter fully. IICS completely. So Tableau completely, right? So go in depth on Tableau or go in depth on AWS. That will help you, not with all the tools. You need to have complete knowledges. So I think I have answered all the questions. So live recording sessions will be available on cloud. Will you provide doubt sessions separately, only daily basis session? Yeah, so daily
Hey,
we
Chandra.
have the 1 hour 15 minutes, right? So in that case, we will take 45 to 50 minutes of sessions. Then remaining 20-30 minutes are like interactive sessions only. So you can ask your questions in the session itself. And if you are finding any difficulties, our WhatsApp groups are there. So you can post that and I will respond to it. Okay, separate WhatsApp group for the training program. Okay. The thing is, you need to put some effort to come along with me. Okay, it is not only for the trainers' job is to explain everything, and simply watching will not work out. Okay, so you have to put your effort so to come along with me.
Chandra, can you able to hear me?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay, so like suppose if you have an existing, we are using Informatica PowerCenter, right? Like, we have maybe close to 1,000 plus jobs, mappings, or workflows. Okay, so how we are going to migrate into IICS?
That's what I will explain those concepts in our live training. Okay?
Okay.
I explained already.
So
all the sessions on
the live.
Yeah. So we discussed already that concept. So I'm going to upload this video on YouTube. So please, if you have time, just walk through this recordings. You will get it. Okay. So I already discussed all the migration. Okay. So how we will do the migration of our real-time projects.
In this session, you already explained?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? So if you have questions, please raise your hand. I will unmute. Then you can ask your questions. So if you have your questions, please raise your hand. You will find raise hand options. Then I will unmute. You can ask your questions. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Hi, Chandra. Which is good for career growth, CDI or CAI?
Yeah, both. It depends on the project, right? Both has good scope only. The companies are started using cloud data integration. They will use CDI. Okay. And the companies, they have the real-time data integration, application integration, they will use CAI. It's not like a one single tool. So since the Informatica already they brought all the tools into one single tool, whatever the services we are going to use, you can use it, right? So that's what the iPaaS solutions. So we have integration platform as a service. They're going to bring all the services here. So whatever the services are needed, you can just use the services, right? It's like a IDMC tool they're going to bring it. So data quality, yes, I need my project. You can start working on that. So application integration, yes, I need, yes, I can work on. Okay, it depends on the project requirement. We will use the tool. That's it. Okay, the scope wise, everything is good only. So you need to know, but application integration more on the API side, front end. You need to know APIs, REST API, all this you need to know. So that I will cover it in our session. Okay. So I worked as a developer and I will get a chance Informatica admin. Can I handle it? Yes, you can handle it. For Informatica admin, you need to know some Unix concept. Okay. But IICS, there is no much needed for admin. So why? Because everything will be handled by the cloud. So only user creations, user handling, connections creation. So that information only. So this particular Informatica IICS admin, they will do it in the real-time project. So can we expect 10.6? No, they already informed, right? 10.5 is the last version. So after that, we will not get any 10.6. See, why they need to bring 10.6? Already they migrated into IICS, right? So if they are going to bring 10.6, that is the controversy, right? So whatever they have announced already, it's like they're not going to bring one more version. So 10.5 is the last versions. Even after 5 years, they are not going to support this 10.5. Already, Informatica Corporation already informed all the companies, the vendors, to migrate from Informatica PowerCenter to IICS on the business use case. Okay. So we have depth knowledge on Unix. Yes, you need to have knowledge on Unix. It will be better if you have your knowledge on Unix. Okay.
Hi Chandra, I have one question. Like suppose we are having Informatica PowerCenter, and if you want to make connection with the like cloud databases, is it possible in PowerCenter or not?
PowerCenter, yeah, see what happened, right? But to 2017 itself or 2018, PowerCenter, they started bringing the connections like S3, Snowflake connection, Power Exchange connection, all this in the PowerCenter tool itself. But they decided, okay, this tool we are not going to have. We will create the cloud services. So that's what they have taken all this cloud connections and everything in IICS itself. But if you ask me, is there any cloud connection in Informatica PowerCenter? Yes, we have connection for S3 and we have the connection for Power Exchange connector. Through that, you can connect with cloud. But we are not doing that much. So why? Because the company is already moved from on-premises to cloud server. So we have the 100 plus connectors, right? So we have the connections here. You can connect with all the connections, like the different connections. We have the GCP connections. We have AWS connection, the REST API connections, Snowflake connections. So different connections. Even I will explain in our session. Okay. How to connect with, how to load how to extract the data from our on-premises server, our databases to cloud server. So how to load it. But admin, they will do this user roles, user groups, users, and licenses. That is what the admin will handle it.
So one more question, Chandra. Like while learning this IICS course, do we need to install like a SQL developer in our system or like?
Yeah. We need to have SQL developer. Yes, we need to have SQL developer. So why? Because you need to take the data. We need to check the data, right? So how the data is being loaded, all this.
So I hope you will provide us links to download that SQL developer, no?
Yeah. Installation, everything we'll do. Hands-on session are there for installation. Okay.
Okay.
So here, this is the timing. You can check here. Timing will be weekdays, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. IST to 8:15 a.m. So the weekend session, 7 p.m. IST to 10 p.m. Okay. So any one session you can join based on your timings, and the duration is 2 months, and this is the fees. Okay. So every day you will get the recordings and notes. So I already explained this. So if you need more information, please contact me on my WhatsApp number. I will explain. Okay. I hope I have answered all your questions. So what is the duration of the IICS training? Yeah, I explained, right? Duration is 2 months. And daily, like 1 hour, 15 minutes. Still, if you have any questions, you can contact me, ask me your questions on WhatsApp on this number. Okay. So I'm in Canada right now, so you can ask me your questions on morning or evening. Okay, anytime or morning or evening, so that I will explain. Okay, so I'll be available on WhatsApp, so you can ask me or you can call me. Yeah. So thank you all. Thank you very much for your time, and start learning this tool. Definitely, it will help you. And even if you do not have time as of now, you can join any forthcoming session as well. So always you can go to my website, Nick IT Academy. You can put in the YouTube search also. And I do have YouTube sessions, the channel. You can check all my SQL sessions, Informatica sessions, IICS sessions already I posted here. Okay. So thank you all. CAI weekend session tentatively like after 1 month. So why? Because last week itself I started. So next 1 month, like 6 weekend, I will have CDI. Then I will start CAI. So we can say approximately 1 month or 5 weekends. CAI is included. Why? Because I do not want to repeatedly saying the same answers. CAI is there in this self-paced one. As of now, it is not available. I'm going to upload. I'm working on that PLSQL as well as CAI. it will be available after 2 to 3 days. So here in this page, it will be available. Go to this course.nic.com, then you'll be having, okay? Or so here you can find courses. So just to go to this page, you will get it. CMI, I'm not covering. So mass ingestions here, there is no licenses for the CDI. So that I'm not covering. Okay, so some certain concept we cannot cover it here. We can cover only the in real-time environment only. Thank you all. So if you have any other questions, you can ask through WhatsApp, and you can contact me always. Thank you all. If you are willing to join live training, so please contact me. I'm going to start the live training by 6th September, Wednesday. So this session is on 7 to 8:15 a.m. It's a 2 months program. Okay. Still, if you have any questions, you can contact me always on WhatsApp. Thank you all.